Hi everybody, how's it going? So, it's a nice day. I think it's a little bit breezy out, but it doesn't appear to be too terrible. How are you guys? I told you guys the other day I had a post. This isn't the post I was talking about, but I have to get this one out. You know what? I'm 40. You guys know that, right? And so our generation, there's just certain things that we grew up with, right? We all know what Thundercats is. We all know what Transformers and Pogs and like these things that are common to us, right? But I haven't yet talked about a couple things. Well, one in particular, that was scary, right? Some people, the generation lower than us, I believe, know what I'm talking about. There are two books that we all read as kids. One is the Goosebumps series, and I'm so happy that they made a movie about it, like the Goosebumps movie, and then they made a sequel. Well, this one's not about Goosebumps, but it's in the same category. It's things that we all remember and know, and I could tell anyone my age, hey, have you read Goosebumps books? And everyone was going to say yes, right? So the next thing that what this post is about today is another book that my generation read. Do you guys know what I'm going to say? The Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Right? And then there was, more Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And then I think the third one was even more Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark or something like that. We all read them. Come on, raise your hands. Who knows what I'm talking about here? Well, one time, this is a long time ago, but still, we went to Barnes & Noble, and we saw this thing that I had to have. This right here. It is all of the books. All of those three. I think there was three. It's all of them. Oh, I'll show you the back. Look, it has them all in the back. Actually, since I was holding that up, it's the complete series of all of these that we used to, I hope we loved them, but that scared us as kids. I know my hand is over one of them, but, there we go. Yeah, we all read this, right? My sister and I, she was really, I don't know, she just loved to read to me. I could read a story myself. But her thing was reading to me. So I'm all for that, sister bonding time, and and it gave us something to do, something to keep our minds off of whatever else we didn't want our minds on. And so she'd read one or more, or I don't really remember. I'm sure we got through all of the books. And then one day my brother decides to get into it too, my older brother, who I talk about on here sometimes. But it was silly because, after a while we didn't need the book anymore. Or she might have had it. I don't remember if we needed it after a while or not, but she would be telling the story, and my brother would interpret it in his own way, I guess, even with like names of people if they didn't have names, or this message just popped up, Jason. Let me see. Is the recording still? Oh, it is. Okay, so And then we get into taping them. I'm trying to find out where this cursor is. Here it is. We get into taping them, and so it's like it would be this comedy instead of a scary story. And by taping them, I mean I had a cassette player. Yeah. And we'd get our cassette tapes and hit record, and she would be telling the story, and he would add his comedic commentary. So I hope I still have the tapes, or my sister does, or something. I really don't know. I wonder if I can find a picture out of this book. I mean, given we were like, what, 10 when we all read this? One of these really scared me, guys, and you might be looking at this now and thinking how silly it is, but I mean, just glance through here really quick and just see if I can find the picture, because she'd be showing it to me and it would scare me really long. I'm like, no, don't show it to me anymore. So she'd get real tricky, and it would be about something else, and she'd just be like, hey, Joey, I want to ask you something, or I need to see if you like something, show you. So she'd just be all tricky with it, and I'm like, yeah, sure, well, what is it? And then she'd pull out the book, I guess she had it turned to the right page, right? Of course she'd show it to me, and I'm like, no! So how could you do that to me again? So, it's kind of silly here. I don't know if I can find it real quick for you guys, but I mean, these books are just great, right? I mean, I always wondered, it says scary stories to tell in the dark, right? Well, I don't know how you read a story in the dark, actually, without a flashlight, but anyway, yeah, assuming you had just a little bit of light, or by means of reading these stories. No, I can't find it right now. Okay, I'll have to. Probably a good thing, because I'd scare myself, and then I'd probably drop the book, and no, I can't quite. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this, because I don't know if you knew there was a whole book that they put all of the little stories into. Like I said, we got it at Barnes and Noble. This was a while back, but I'm positive you can find it at Barnes & Noble or Amazon or wherever you buy your books. I just wanted to see how many of you guys knew what it is, and how many are like, oh my gosh, I remember that book, so we spent hours. I mean, I don't know how many. This is just one of our favorite things to do and read, and so here it is again. I guess I got my finger on it. There we go. And you guys enjoy this blast from the past here. And I still need to get that other post out. Why I haven't done it yet is because I'm going to be reading something, and I want it right in front of me. Like I have to write it on a piece of paper, and so I can just have that paper and read it. So that's what I'm and I never have a piece of paper handy, and I forget to get one whenever my caregiver is here. So well, you guys have a nice afternoon. I'm going to get some lunch, and we will be posting later. I'm very positive. Love you guys. Thanks. Let's see. Oh my God.